Time to go one-on-one with long snapper Rick Lovato, presented by Bob's Discount Furniture. Thanks so much for taking the time to rap with us a little bit here.
Of course. Thanks for having me. I'm proud to be on the show now.
Attaboy. Listen, it's been said that if you stay ready, you never have to get ready, right? So take us back to week 15. 2016, you get the call from the Philadelphia Eagles. There's a tremendous story behind all of this. Take us back to that moment and where your head was at.
You know, it's funny. I was actually out on the field practicing that Sunday when John went down with my dad, and I got the phone call like, "Hey, Eagle snapper's down. Get ready, get ready." And then, meanwhile, I was getting ready. I was getting ready for that moment right there. So, getting that opportunity again to be back on a football field and to put on the Eagles colors, it was just an honor. It really was. It was just, you know, spur of the moment type thing, but you have to be ready in those situations. If you're a free agent, you need to be ready at all times to get going and play the season. So.
Yeah, that happened on Sunday. You get the call on Monday. But in the interim, you were working at your family restaurant, which I love.
That's right.
Take us through this. You grew up about an hour away, and Middletown, he walked me through Middletown and Lincroft and Jersey Shore, all that. But just know he grew up about an hour away here, working at the family restaurant.
Yep.
I'm told you can make a mean breakfast sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Your hoagie's okay, but your pie needs some work. Is that accurate?
Yes, that is accurate.
All right.
My hoagies are good, but my pie, you know, getting the circular pie is the toughest part. Pulling it out of the oven perfectly, making sure everything's going in. But I make a mean breakfast sandwich. You're right about that.
Yeah, that is a reputation. Yes, yes.
I'd love to get behind the grill here and make it some for some of the guys, but sometime.
Well, stay tuned. Yes. I think we see a segment coming up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But how did your work ethic kind of shape, you know, within those doors and working with your family? How was your work ethic shaped in those moments?
You know, it really humbled me. Honestly, right after college, my dream was to play football, and you know, I go back home and. It's such a mom and pop place where everyone, you know, comes in and talks to you, and they're like, "Hey, when's your next opportunity? When you getting a phone call?" And I just had to sit there and wait. You know, I had to work hard at what I was doing at my dad's sub shop, but also work hard outside on the football field or in the gym, getting ready for an opportunity. So it was just that balance of knowing I don't want to work in a sub shop for the rest of my life. As much as I love that place, I want to play football. So it was just. You know, a little bit of that humble upbringing that I had from working at a place like that, you know, and wanting to get out of there and wanting to do better things.
And you made everybody around you better, too, which is what you're doing now with the Eagles organization. Funny how that works.
Yeah, it's crazy how it works for any specialist, really. You know, jumping in and out and trying to find a job permanently in the NFL is not an easy thing. So I was lucky enough to have this opportunity.
And after the Eagles became world champions, you got some ink. Dare I say, the largest Vince Lombardi trophy I've ever seen. Put that on record. But Middletown played a big part in all of this.
Absolutely.
How?
You know, Vince Lombardi was buried in Middletown. I actually went and visited his grave after I got cut by the Packers my rookie year. And, you know, I said a prayer, and I just looked down at it and just thanking him, you know, the fact that I was able to play football and for his team, you know, and the fact that he was buried in my hometown. It was just, you know, everything was just full circle. When we won the Super Bowl a year and a half later, he put me on a Super Bowl team, you know. God helped with that as well, but it was incredible to be able to be a part of all that, and Middletown had a big part of it, you know. It's great.
Love that. So keep your head up, because there's always signs, there's always stuff going on. You, my man, are always out in the community. The Eagles organization as a whole takes their role in the community very seriously, but you are there every single Monday and throughout the week. Why is that important to you?
You know, I love giving back to these kids, you know. In this area, you know, I grew up in New Jersey, grew up in this area. My dad went to Temple, my mom went to Rowan. This area means so much to me, and these kids and all this community around us means so much to me, and because they support us in and out, year in and year out. No matter if we struggle, no matter if we win, they're always there for us. So I feel like that I always have to be there for them.
And you're also there for your teammates, helping Jake Elliott in his rookie season connect on the longest field goal in regular season history,
That's
and then
right.
to go on in postseason history, 61 and 53 respectively. And then Cameron Johnston just last season, his first season, helping him set franchise records in gross punting average and net punting average. What is the secret to your success with helping these guys be the best that they can be?
You know, it's weird being the veteran because I'd never been on a team being the most experienced guy on as the specialist squad. So having these guys and taking them under my wing, it was just like I felt like I was in a good spot in a leadership role that I could take these guys as far as they wanted, as long as I did my job, they did their job, and we get along well on the field and off the field. And that's the biggest thing, this chemistry that we have between the three of us. It's shown this year. We've been doing very well as a unit because we get along so well. We're all roughly the same age. You know, we have common interests and everything like that. So it's really easy for us to do so well because we get along so well.
And it's, you know, across the board, right? I mean, much has been said this week. You guys are a family. This is a tight group.
Absolutely.
How would you best put into words the dynamic of this team?
We keep things simple, you know. We keep things within the locker room. We don't let outside things come and destroy what we have, because back in 2017, we saw what happens when we stuck together that whole year, you know. Putting guys in that were backups and them stepping up and playing their role and everything like that. Is what we have is all that matters. We all we got, we all we need.
Yeah, amen to that.
That's right.
Going back to high school ball, you also spent some time at center and defensive line. How were you there? I want the scout, Rick Lovato at center.
Center is where I started, you know, the whole long snapping, because no one knew how to do it, and since I was the center, I was like, okay, I'll try it. But I liked center, but D end was my favorite because, you know, I loved making tackles on defense. It was just fun, you know, running around on both sides of the ball. My senior year of high school, it was just the purest form of football, and that's why I loved it so much.
And you got this up here,
That's
that
right.
high IQ. You were indeed the first player to make it to the biggest stage from Old Dominion,
right.
playing in the National Football League. You spent your 4 seasons there. I'm told you never had a bad snap throughout your career.
I was helped in a couple times here and there, but you know, I thought I had a very good college career, and we had a lot of game-winning field goals, big kicks throughout my college career. So that definitely helped me, you know, boost me to the NFL level for sure.
Yeah, and you've got a big homecoming weekend against FAU. Lane Kiffin on line 1. Conference USA, in fact, you find a way to give back not only in the community, but those student athletes that are coming up after you. What is your advice to those watching that want to be the next Rick Lovato?
You know, it's the determination. It's the will to want to be the best, to want to go out and do what your dreams you know, have become. You know, whatever you dream about, you just push towards it. And I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let a sub shop stop me from fulfilling my dreams. I didn't let, you know, getting cut by three different teams stop me from fulfilling my goal of becoming an NFL player, winning a Super Bowl. You know, the list goes on. I want to be a Pro Bowler. I want to do all these things. I have so many goals set for myself because, you know, I want to be the best that I can be.
A beautiful story. You're not done yet, my man.
All right.
Good luck at Buffalo.
Thank you very much.
That is One on One with Rick Lovato. Keep it locked right here. See you next time.